Hello, thank you for joining us for Up to the Minute. I'm Dr. Lana Pigao, Communications Director for Northwest College, and here's where you can find us. We're on the Houston City College District Facebook page, not HCC, and we're on YouTube. We're also on X, LinkedIn, and on HCC TV at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. Well, great things are happening at HCC, so if you have a story you'd like us to feature right here on Up to the Minute, we'd love to hear from you. For general inquiries or to share story ideas, you can email us at hcc.uptotheminute@hccs.edu or go ahead and give us a call at 713-718-6395. Well, today we're joined by Dave Cebrero, the festival director of what is quickly becoming a Houston institution, the Latino Film Festival. Celebrating its first decade, the Latino Film Festival is produced by a nonprofit Latino arts organization dedicated to developing, promoting, and increasing awareness of Latino culture among Latinos and other communities by representing a variety of art and films to the Houston area. The 5-day festival also features opportunities for audiences to participate in discussions with the directors at the screenings, as well as a series of special events highlighting the diversity of the Latino culture. The festival has provided a powerful voice to aspiring filmmakers and has given a voice to what has historically been a vastly overlooked community, both in Houston and beyond. We look forward to that conversation. Dave will join us in about 10 minutes. But first, we're highlighting 2 amazing events that happened just a few days ago and how they made a difference in the lives of HCC students. HCC's filmmaking program offers training for a career in media production by providing students with a solid foundation in several disciplines of filmmaking. Recently, the program had a career fair where the goal was to launch the careers of this year's graduating class.
We are at the Ailey Pace campus, and we are doing a career fair for our HCC filmmaking students today. It's a really big deal for both students and faculty in the whole program to have industry professionals come and showcase the work that they're doing here in the Houston area so that students get a sense of what the market is like, what are potential jobs that they could be going after, or what kind of companies they could maybe model for their own work purposes or where they can find their own niche. And it's great for us to showcase our amazing facilities here to the industry professionals who are coming to take a table at the career fair and interact with our students, get a sense of our program and what we have to offer here. It's a great win-win. We work with Career Services to put this event on, and they invite a bunch of industry professionals and companies from the local Houston region to come and talk about their work, talk about the jobs that they have to offer. Some companies will offer interviews. They'll interview students while they are here. And some of them will offer mock interviews so the students can kind of practice that. And it just gives students an opportunity to practice what it's like to talk to professionals and how to get a job and what people are looking for and what they need to learn and what they should be expected to do once they get out into the workforce. And it also, again, provides an opportunity for the industry to kind of see what the new and up-and-coming filmmaking professionals are interested in doing and how they're coming out and presenting themselves. My advice to students is to listen, listen to what the industry professionals are telling you, what they're looking for, and think about how you can meet those needs. You don't necessarily have to know right away or answer right away, but it's good to take it in. I also think that they should shoot their shot and promote themselves and talk about what they are interested in doing, and which takes a lot of confidence and courage. I'm really thankful for everyone that came out today, make it a great event. I'm really thankful to the professionals that came to share their experiences, share what they're working on with our students, and to hear what our students are interested in doing. And I'm really grateful to Career Services for helping to put on this event. And I'm thankful that the students came out and showed up for themselves. That's a really important first.
Once again, we want to thank HCC's Hardworking Career Services for putting that event together, and we wish all the students the best with their filmmaking careers. We look forward to seeing what they create. Another event we want to highlight, which we got a preview of right here on Up to the Minute. It's the Student Success Summit that took place a few days ago and brought together students, staff, and faculty, all with the goal of making the entire HCC system better. Here's a review of the summit.
We are at the West Houston Institute today to celebrate the 2026 Student Success Summit. Today's event is such a big deal because it's an opportunity for our students, our staff, and our faculty and administrators to get together to sharpen our skills and work on goals to support our students. We will have an opportunity to hear from our students. They will share their perspective while they matriculate through HCC. This will inform decision-making for our faculty and for our staff. And today we are working together collaboratively to make sure that we are meeting our students' needs. Today's panel will have 6 of our leaders here at HCC, and it will be moderated by Dr. Misha Turner. And this will set the tone for the day. They will review information regarding HB 8, as well as personalized learning pathways and other sense of belonging items that can help our students as they are here at HCC.
I'm always excited to hear people's ideas, right? Because we're such a big campus that we're all kind of stuck in our little world trying to think about what we do. But having an opportunity to come together like this, we can talk to people at our tables, talk to people across the district, people who we may not see all the time, but then we can say, how are things going at Southwest? How are things going in the Northeast? And we have an opportunity to exchange ideas. And I think that's the most exciting thing. I think the biggest piece of advice is to stay focused, right? Like the one thing that we always worry about is students having too many credits when they're trying to get out of here. And so having an opportunity to figure out where you're going, that's really the most important thing.
What I have learned in the past few years from this event is that we have a great response from our faculty and our staff to be involved and to be engaged. They want to learn more about how to meet our students' needs so that way they can help them while they're here at HCC and when they leave. I am grateful for our planning team for supporting this event, our co-leads, Dr. Misha Turner and Dr. Lisa Alcorta. I am also grateful for the students that are here as well, our faculty, our staff. We are grateful to have everyone join us today.
There were some great ideas expressed at the summit, and we hope to see them all implemented for a vast improvement in student success. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk with Dave Cebrero, who will tell us about the Latino Film Festival celebrating its 10th anniversary.
For over 50 years, HCC has been here for you. Affordable, accessible, focused on your success. This is your college, growing, evolving, expanding with you. More bachelor's degrees, stronger workforce training, online learning with global reach. A new name, the same mission, bigger vision. Houston City College, local focus, global reach. Register now at hccs.edu.
Our individual voices are powerful, but not everything has a voice. Let us be a voice to the voiceless. It's time to speak up for nature.
Poison Help is a free 24/7 hotline that answers all of your poison questions in over 100 languages.
Hello? Poison Help?
Hello? When poison happens, we're here for you. Just call Poison Help, 1-800-222-1222.
When a child is fighting a critical illness, one truth touches us all. Every child deserves a childhood. A wish sparks a ripple of hope that transforms communities far and wide. And when we grant wishes together, we create a movement of kindness, strength, and unity. Yay! Become a wishmaker today and be part of a journey that truly changes lives.
My name is Irene. My job is community school coordinator. My mom taught us that it doesn't matter how much money you have, you can always find a way to help. We started the pantry because the needs were so great. We're very fortunate to have the food bank just a few miles down. I just want our kids to experience what other kids experience and learn to say, what do I want to be when I grow up? And not worry about food.
When faced with complex challenges, there are people who come together to solve problems and transform lives. That's us. We are Rotary. We work with community partners to build green spaces for all to connect with nature and each other. We support local youth through mentorship and literacy programs. We're committed to causes that improve lives everywhere. Find your cause and take action with us.
More than 6 million kids in the U.S. have ADHD. Many aren't getting the support they need. At understood.org, we can help. Sometimes in class, the only thing your child can focus on are the thoughts racing through their head.
Why am I always falling behind? Why do I feel so alone?
We provide parents with the resources they need to help kids with ADHD thrive. Your child wants to thrive. Be the reason they do.
The Houston Latino Film Festival is a nonprofit organization dedicated to educating and enlightening the communities of the South Texas region about Latino culture and issues through film and video, while also recognizing the contributions of the artists who are dedicated to the craft of filmmaking. The festival director, Dave Cebrero, is here to tell us about its 10th anniversary and future plans. Thank you for joining us, Dave. We appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.
Well, let's start off with you telling us about the Latino Film Festival and how you got started with it.
Yeah, we got inspired by visiting other Latino film festivals, and we saw a need for like a platform for Latino artists and filmmakers here in Houston so they can showcase their films here, and from an audience angle as well, right? Because at that point in time, besides Latin Wave, there wasn't really a theater showcasing some of these films. And so a lot of what we get is our independent films, and plus we're open submission. So any filmmaker has a shot to get into the Houston Latino Film Festival.
So when did the film festival get started?
So we formed back in 2015. It was three of us. The co-founders, Pedro Rivas, who is our program director, and David Cortez, who is our operations director. We both went to U of H, and so we saw that need here.
Yeah, that makes sense since we have a huge Latin community here in Houston. Can you share with us some of the highlights from your 10th year festival?
Sure. I think this was our best year yet, and there was a clear uptick in attendance this year. I would start with opening night. I mean, we were fortunate to be able to have the Texas premiere of American Pachuco, The Legend of Luis Valdez, directed by David Alvarado. And then we had some pretty cool guests who were subjects in the film. Cheech Marin, who everybody knows from his comedies back in the 70s and early 80s. And then Danny Valdez, who's in Zoot Suit. That night was pretty incredible. I mean, even just the talk back was, in my opinion, pretty historical for us. And because of all of the stuff that came out the day before, the New York Times had released an article about Cesar Chavez. And so Cesar Chavez and Dolores Huerta are highlighted in the documentary. So there was a good, healthy Q&A session following the film. And then, of course, the rest of the week, we've had some incredible films. A lot of what we show are premieres, either Houston, Texas, or US premieres, even world premieres. So whenever you come, you are seeing most of these films for the first time. Friday night, we had a Tejano night. we showed this film that was co-produced by the Texas Monthly called "Take It Away," which is about the legendary Johnny Canales. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with him, but he kind of hosts this show where he invites the latest and the newest Tejano musicians to come. So that's where Selena got her first start on TV, and a bunch of other conjunto and Tejano bands. And that night was pretty special. The director was here to talk about his film, and then also his wife, Johnny Canales' wife, Nora Canales, was here to speak more on the film and about Johnny Canales' life, since Johnny Canales passed away last year. And so the rest of the weekend included panels and workshops with seasoned filmmakers. We had one with Christian Mercado, who's done tons of comedy specials on Netflix and also has a feature film on Peacock called If You Were the Last with Anthony Mackie. So he did this live demonstration on what it is to direct, like what it feels to be on set and communicate with your cinematographer, sound and lighting people on set. And so, that's something that us as a festival are really proud of, is being able to provide development and training to Houston attendees, so they can kind of hear from the experts that are working in the industry.
That's great. Well, you mentioned Danny Valdez, who we know from films like Zoot Suit, La Bamba, and Born in East LA. He was able to make it to the screening. Do you have a story you can share with us about having him at the festival?
Oh yeah, so he was part of two screenings, because he's a subject in American Pachuco, which I highly recommend when it comes out. Eventually, it'll be streaming on PBS. Um, and he just had an incredible insight into like the Teatro Campesino, which is a theater company that Luis Valdez started, and had very close ties to Cesar Chavez and the farm worker movement. And being able to speak firsthand on Dolores's impact in that movement, and some of the clearing up a lot of the misconceptions about her role was pretty special. I think for a lot of folks, it was a pretty cathartic moment. As I mentioned, literally the day after the New York Times broke that story out. I mean that just the Q&A alone got featured in the New York Times. They wrote an article about our screening earlier this week. So yeah, Danny Valdez had a lot of interesting insights to share with the audiences. And then of course we did a 45th anniversary of Suzu at River Oaks, and he was part of that. And that was a special night. I mean, we pretty much kind of designed that whole evening around him visiting. So yeah, it was pretty neat.
Right. Are there any individuals you'd like to collaborate with in the future?
We've had some pretty special guests and filmmakers come. I'm always trying to get them to come back. And I know my colleagues are as well, just so they can share some more of their knowledge, whether it is in a discussion panel, or a workshop. And then we're always on the lookout. I mean, some of the organizers, we like to go out to other festivals and meet people, because festivals are a great place to network, that's what filmmakers want, and they want to connect with others. And one of the coolest things that I've seen at our festival throughout the 10 years is young filmmakers meeting others. And eventually, 2 years later, they'll come and say, hey, I met so-and-so at HLFF, and now we're making a film. And, a year later, they'll showcase it at other festivals in our own. So it's been pretty cool.
Well, one question we always like to ask our film folks around the film industry is, what are some of your favorite films, and what film in particular made you want to be involved in films?
Oh man, I've loved movies since I was a kid, but I think and watching Back to the Future, it's just all those 80s sci-fi films, but Indiana Jones, all the Steven Spielberg films. But I think the movie that really opened my eye to international cinema was Amores Perros by Alejandro González Iñárritu. He went on to, win Oscars for Birdman and The Revenant. Um, yeah, his work has impacted me personally, and it was because of his first film that, I went deep into the rabbit hole of Mexican indie films and led me to watching other international films. So yeah, he's his work is amazing. If you have not gotten a chance to watch his films, please do.
Well, we know that this year's festival has passed. Do you have any plans for next year's festival that you can share with us?
Absolutely. We started this partnership with the River Oaks Theater and Star Cinema Grill. So now we're doing a monthly series called Cinemas, which, if you want to see what we're going to show each month, please follow our socials on Houston Latino Film Festival on Instagram, Facebook, and our website, HoustonLatinoFilmFestival.org. So we'll be back at it in May. And throughout the summer, we have some pretty big plans. We've done retrospectives and we try to get the filmmakers to come out. So yeah, please keep an eye out on that.
Oh, absolutely. Well, thank you for joining us, Dave Cebrero. We will have a link to your organization in our show notes.
Thank you. And thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. And after a quick break, we'll be back with some announcements.
It's Kyle's last spin on his turntable from college.
Yeah.
And the first day of Kira's new career in IT. It's the last tea party for Crystal with Miss Marshmallow.
Oh, wow.
And Sarah's first day of management training at Goodwill. When you donate items to Goodwill, you help provide skills training and career placement for people seeking to realize their potential. And the things you love get to start a new life too.
When faced with complex challenges, there are people who come together to solve problems and transform lives. That's us. We are Rotary. We work with community partners to build green spaces for all to connect with nature and each other. We support local youth through mentorship and literacy programs. We're committed to causes that improve lives everywhere. Find your cause and take action with us.
Why be at the forefront of childhood cancer research? At St. Jude, we do it because every innovation we make is a moment we give to children with cancer everywhere. But we can't do it without you. Help St. Jude give children with cancer more moments. Moments that can last a lifetime.
More than 6 million kids in the U.S. have ADHD. Many aren't getting the support they need. At understood.org, we can help. Sometimes in class, the only thing your child can focus on are the thoughts racing through their head.
Why am I always falling behind? Why do I feel so alone?
We provide parents with the resources they need to help kids with ADHD thrive. Your child wants to thrive. Be the reason they do.
Community is the way we find our strength and share our hope. It's the way dinner on the table brings a family closer together. It's the way we make sure his first chapter book is the first step on his path to greatness. It's the way we rally in hard times and rise back up stronger than ever. United is the way we come together so everyone can thrive. Join us at unitedway.org.
Welcome back. Now on to announcements. Join us for an evening showcasing outstanding HCC music students selected to perform based on faculty adjudicated video submissions. Experience exceptional talent, dedication, and artistry as these musicians bring their work to the stage. That's happening April 8th from 7:30 to 9:00 p.m. at our Spring Branch campus. And the HCC Alumni Association Network and Socials are an exciting chance to reconnect and celebrate our Eagle community in a fun, festive atmosphere at HCC. Attendees are encouraged to bring their school spirit by wearing school colors. And that's happening April 14th from 6 to 8 p.m. at our Eastside campus. Join Houston City College for its Youth and Teen Symposium in partnership with the Houston Parks and Recreation Department, AT&T Space Center Houston. The event is designed for youth, teens, and their parents or guardians to explore real-world career paths and resources that help them prepare for higher education and the workforce. And that's happening April 18th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at our West Loop campus. And summer 2026 registration is open. Stay on track with flexible, affordable summer courses. Want to start sooner? Late start spring classes are still enrolling. So apply and enroll today at hccs.edu/apply. Well, that's all we have for today. Please join us tomorrow when we look at a special fashion show for our four-legged friends. The Wags and Whiskers Pet Fashion Show is a fun event with a very serious purpose. Thank you for joining us for Up to the Minute. We will see you all next time.